This presentation covers multiple sections of material. Today we will be focusing on the post-World War I Weimar Republic and the post-World War I economy of Germany. At the end of World War I, Germany drafted a new constitution in the city of Weimar. This created a democratic government called the Weimar Republic. The Weimar Republic was set up as a parliamentarian system led by a chancellor, also known as a prime minister. They created a system of universal suffrage, even including women, and also created a Bill of Rights for citizens. Here is a map of post-World War I Germany, or the Weimar Republic. Pay attention to the area of Eastern Prussia, which you will recall was broken off of the rest of Germany after World War I to reconstitute the nation of Poland. Also look at Western Germany, an area known as the Rhineland, and all of the occupied territory by neighboring France. The Weimar Republic had many weaknesses and faced many challenges. First of all, Germany was fractured politically, with many political parties, meaning that the ruling party had to constantly make coalition governments, which were often weak and fell apart easily as the many sides could not agree and govern effectively. While the Weimar Republic was created and led by moderate politicians, it was constantly facing political challenges from extreme parties on the right and the left, such as the communists and the far right-wing conservatives who wanted to bring back the old nobility and strong leaders like Bismarck. Germans blamed the leaders of the Weimar Republic for capitulating or giving in to the Allies and signing the Treaty of Versailles at the end of World War I. These angry people looked for scapegoats to blame Germany's economic problems on. Here is a political spectrum of the Weimar Republic. Note the middle and the two extreme sides. As we have learned over and over this year, economic troubles usually feed unrest in a country, and this is what happened in the Weimar Republic. By 1923, Germany had fallen behind on its massive war reparation payments to Allied powers. In retaliation for defaulting on their debt, the French occupied the coal-rich Ruhr Valley, taking its iron, coal, and steel industries from Germany. German workers began to protest and refuse to work. To pay their workers, Germany began printing large sums of money, and soon inflation spiraled out of control. As the inflation crisis worsened, the German mark, their form of currency or money, became almost worthless. The term inflation means that there is a general increase in prices as the value of money or its purchasing power decreases. So in Germany, an item that cost 100 marks to buy in July 1922 suddenly spiked and cost 944,000 marks to buy in August 1923. Such a rapid and sharp increase in prices is known as hyperinflation. Salaries rose by the billions of marks, but even so, people could not keep up with the skyrocketing prices of basic goods. Middle-class families saw their savings wiped out as their money became worthless. Here are people in Germany during the hyperinflation crisis of the early 1920s. The top picture is a man carrying millions of German marks on a wheelbarrow to go to the store. People literally had to cart around their money in wheelbarrows because everything cost so much to buy. The children in the top right photograph are playing with and building towers out of German marks. Because their value was so low, it was cheaper to let children play with stacks of cash than buy them toys or wooden blocks. The women in the bottom photos are burning German marks for fuel in a stove and heater, because burning the money was of more value than having to buy fuel for their homes. Lastly, the picture in the middle is a 1 billion mark bill. In 1924, the U.S. gained French and British approval to help reduce the German World War I reparation payments. This was known as the Dawes Plan. According to the Dawes Plan, the French agreed to withdraw their forces from the Ruhr Valley, and American loans would help the German economy recover. Just as Germany was finally starting to recover from the hyperinflation crisis, the worldwide Great Depression hit in 1929. The people then began to look to a new, charismatic political figure who promised to solve the economic crisis and restore Germany's former greatness. This man was Adolf Hitler.